Okay, tonight we're going to do a couple of mango recipes for Bart and Dottie. So we have these wonderful Kajoki mangoes. And the first thing I thought I would do, because Jill and I were talking about it last night, was show how I cut a mango up. Because it's not as easy as you might think it would be. The first thing you do is you lay the mango on the cutting board and take a nice sharp knife and you start at about the stem end and cut through, and you can feel the seed inside. It's almost like filleting a fish. And you get a nice big chunk. You can see the seed here. So I've skimmed it right along the seed. And you flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. And you get these nice big chunks of mango. And then, with the mango that's around the seed on the outside, you just take a smaller knife and just cut your way around it. These mangoes, by the way, are not only are they perfectly ripe, but they're spectacularly delicious. And I'm just going to toss that seed out. Now, with these little parts, you can just take your knife and just skim it right off the skin. You can see the skin and there are a lot of things you can use these small pieces for, like the mango daiquiri that we're going to make. And again, just skin it right off the skin. Now, there are a couple ways you can get the skin off these. You can't really use a peeler or anything like that because it's just too difficult. There's one little trick that you can use. You can take a regular drinking glass and you just take the mango and take the edge of the glass and you just scoop, 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 scoop. And there's your mango. Nice and clean. Nothing left inside the skin. Pretty good trick. And the other way that a lot of people do it for eating mangoes out of hand is to take the mango and take a knife, and you want to be really careful not to poke through the skin because you'll cut yourself. But just cut it into cubes, like so. So I cut it two cuts this way to make 3 sort of bars, and then I'm cutting it into maybe 3/4 of an inch cubes. And then you just take the mango skin and you just pop it. And these chunks of mango just come right off. And you can just scoop them off with a knife. And these would be good for the mango daiquiri because they're just pieces. For the salad course, we're going to do mango with prosciutto and some fresh arugula for a salad course. And what I'm going to do is take some of the mangoes and just cut them like this, with this kind of like a mango spear. And when we come back in a few minutes, we're going to launch right into the Kajoki mango daiquiri, which is going to. So now we're going to make a variation on a daiquiri, which is a mango daiquiri. And this is actually a variation on a mango daiquiri because this is a Kajoki mango daiquiri. And the reason it's a Kajoki mango daiquiri is because we're putting some Grand Marnier in the mix, which is not traditional in a daiquiri, but I know you guys like Grand Marnier. So we kind of customized the drink. So the first thing you need is some really nice fresh squeezed lime juice. We have 1 lime from Kajoki, but we also have a couple that were from our little lime tree, so that we'll have enough, which is great. I'm just going to squeeze these limes. They smell terrific. Did you like? Okay, so now we're going to just put the mango daiquiri together. It's very, very simple. It's one of the most simple drinks you can make. I'm going to use 3 ounces of rum. This is for 2 people. So it's about 1.5 ounces per person. And I'm using this nice barbacoa rum from Haiti. You can use any golden rum or you can use a white rum if you prefer. The white rums are a little lighter in taste. And I'm going to put in an ounce of Grand Marnier. And then 1.5 ounces of fresh lime juice. Beautiful. And then I made some simple syrup, which is just 2 parts sugar, 1 part water, and you put it on the stove and cook it until it looks clear. And then I'm going to use about 1 ounce of simple syrup. And then we have the cut up flesh from 1 whole large mango. Well, I can smell that rum. It smells delicious. And then I'm going to put in about 10 or a dozen ice cubes. Some people like more ice cubes. They make that's called a frozen daiquiri. The more ice cubes you use, the more slushy it is. I don't want it too slushy. I just want it kind of cold. And then we're going to put it on the blender. You have to twist that. There. So we blended it up really well. And take it out of the blender and pour it into a glass. If I had an extra half of a lime, I would garnish it with a little slice of lime on the lip of the glass. But I squeezed all the limes for the lime juice, so I don't have any more. And that is the Kudjo Tea Mango Daiquiri. Really, really delicious. You're going to love it. Go home and make some now. All right, now we're going to do the first course, the salad course, and we're going to have our lovely fresh mango spears that we cut, and we've got some greens that we just picked from the garden, some red romaine, some green romaine, and some arugula. And then I had a little bit of lime juice left from the mango daiquiris, and so I made a vinaigrette with that. And so it's just 2 parts oil, 1 part lime juice, and a little bit of salt and pepper. So very simple vinaigrette. I'm just going to pour that over the greens. Give them a little bit of a toss. And then we're just going to take the greens and kind of arrange them on the plate nicely so they look pretty. Beautiful. And now I went to the store and I got some very, very thinly sliced prosciutto. I recommend that you get the imported prosciutto, the Parma prosciutto. It's much, much better than the domestic prosciutto. And ask them to slice it very thin. You can see they layered it with paper to keep them from sticking together because it's so thinly sliced. And it's a little bit of a trick to peel them off the paper, but you can do it if you're gentle with it. And you just lay it over the mango spears. You've had melon and prosciutto probably in restaurants. I'd much rather have mango and prosciutto than melon and prosciutto any day of the week. It's much more delicious. And a couple slices of prosciutto with mango. And another mango spear. Just lay it on the salad. Looks nice. And I'm just going to garnish it with a couple of little slices of toasted French bread. Then drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. And there is your mango and prosciutto salad course with a little bit of grilled French bread. So, and I guarantee you it's delicious. Okay, now for the main course, I'm going to grill a nice ribeye steak with bone in. And in Argentina, the sauce that they always serve with grilled steak is called chimichurri. And it's basically an herb sauce. It's made with lots of chopped parsley. I've got the parsley all cleaned and plucked off. I've got some fresh oregano, which you can get in the supermarket in those the little plastic containers. They have fresh oregano, fresh marjoram, and so forth. Some red onion, garlic, olive oil, red wine vinegar, salt and pepper, and that is your classic chimichurri sauce. And so we're going to make that, and then we're going to customize it and boost it up with some kajoki mangoes, and it'll be delicious on our grilled steak. So now I'm just going to start chopping. They eat a lot of beef in Argentina. They have the largest per capita consumption of beef in the world. They literally eat beef 3 meals a day, which gets a little tiring after you've been there for a week or so. But it is delicious beef. So this is going to make a lot of sauce, but it keeps really well in the refrigerator because it's got the vinegar in it and the oil and so forth. And what I've used was one whole bunch of flat leaf parsley that you get in the supermarket, whatever the weight is, I don't know. And I'm using a tablespoon of the fresh oregano. I'm going to use a tablespoon of diced red pepper, very, very finely diced.
Red onion.
Pardon?
Red onion.
Red onion?
You said red pepper.
Red pepper, red onion. I meant red onion, thank you, John. So I'm just going to dice that small. And everything basically goes in the bowl. You'll see it's lots of parsley. It's an herb sauce, so parsley is the star in this dish. And you want 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. About a teaspoon of salt. Use 4 cloves of garlic. This is the special garlic that we've chopped and frozen. Mixed with, it's got a little olive oil mixed in with it and some salt and a little bit of lemon juice to keep it white. It's a really easy way to preserve garlic when you have too much that comes out of the garden. It keeps really well. Delicious. And a good whack of fresh ground pepper, about half a teaspoon or so. And I need some red wine vinegar. You can use white wine vinegar if you want. I wouldn't use straight white vinegar, the distilled vinegar. It's too harsh a taste. So, 1/4 cup of vinegar. And then smells great with the vinegar and the garlic and all the herbs. You can see it's pretty thick. All that parsley in there. You can imagine how good that's going to be on a nice grilled steak.
Tip it toward me again so we can see.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take half a mango.
Get that bowl out of my way.
Sorry?
The bowl. Move the bowl. Thank you.
Take half a mango, and I'm going to dice it not too small. And we're going to add that to the chimichurri, so we're going to have mango chimichurri, which I think will be lovely. We'll give it a sweet element to that really nice herby quality of the sauce. And I'm going to add one more thing that's not in the traditional chimichurri, but I like to give it a little zip. So I'm going to add a little K-Dog hot sauce. This is our homemade hot sauce that we make. Jill grows the peppers in the garden and I make the sauce. I'm going to give it a couple shakes. You can use Tabasco if you don't have K-Dog hot sauce. Or we could arrange for you to get a bottle of it. And there's our chimichurri. You see the chunks of mango in there? You don't want too much mango in it because you don't want it to be too sweet. But I think it's going to be lovely. Now, I wanted to point out one thing. When we did the trick with the glass and scooping the flesh out of the mangoes, we had these really nice mango shells. A really nice thing to do with that is after you've taken the mango flesh out, is you can take some cooked chicken and dice it up and make a really nice chicken salad and put some diced mango in it and then fill it back into the shells, and that makes a really nice lunch. You can use those as sort of the container for the chicken salad. You could do it with shrimp too, which would be delicious. So you don't need to throw those away right away. You can use them for something productive. You could even serve ice cream in them if you wanted to and then put some mango on them and make a mango sundae. It'd be kind of fun. Okay, now, so we've got our rib steak that's grilled, and I grilled some bread to go with it. You know, you can serve any kind of vegetable. We just had that nice salad with the mango and prosciutto. And this is the way I like to serve rib steaks. I like to just slice them up. It's perfect, medium rare. Just lovely. And we're just going to arrange it on the plate. And then we have our chimichurri sauce that's been boosted up with a little bit of mango and some K-Dog hot sauce. And just give it a little stir, make sure that the olive oil is all blended. And just serve a nice dollop of the chimichurri sauce right in the middle of the steak. And that is ready to serve. Lovely. So thank you for this, enjoying this mango session. There's plenty of more things you can do with mangoes. We could do a whole session just on mango desserts. So
tell them we're going to skip dessert tonight.
What's that?
So tell them we're going to skip dessert tonight because we're going
to skip dessert tonight because we're already too full. But maybe next time. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Enjoy.